Hello. So, uh, in previous video, we have done till here. That's we checked whether the uh, input character is a valid letter or not, and we also checked whether the uh, entered letter is in that word or not, and we also checked uh, whether the letter gust is already gust sorry, the entered letter is already guessed or not. So we have completed these three checks. So we move on to section D, which says the user start with three warnings that we already implemented. If the user inputs anything besides an alphabet, tell the user that they can only input an alphabet. We also implemented that feature. uh, if the user has one or more warnings left, the users should lose one warning. Tell the user the number of remaining warnings. That feature is also implemented. If the user has no remaining warnings, they should lose one guess. That feature also implemented. Moving on to third point, if the user inputs a letter that has already been guessed, print a message telling the user the letter has already been guessed so far. That also implemented here. Okay, then if the user has one or more warnings left, the user should lose one warning. Tell the user the number of remaining warnings. That also uh, implemented. If the user has no warnings, they should lose one guess. That also implemented. The fourth one, if the user input a letter that has not been guessed before the letter is in the secret word, the user loses no guesses. If the user input a letter that hasn't been guessed before and the letter is in the secret word, the user loses no guesses. That's obvious. Fifth one, if the user input a consonant that hasn't been guessed and the consonant is not in the secret word, the user loses one guess if it is a consonant. And if the vowel has not been guessed and the vowel is not in the secret word, the user loses two guesses. Till now we implemented uh, uh, we adjusted the number of warnings and number of guesses for these two cases. First case, if the letter entered is already guessed, and second case, the letter entered is sorry, the input is not a valid letter. These two cases, what we done is we change the number of warnings and number of guesses. We implement that feature in this method, warning check method. We already discussed that. Now what we are going to do is, if we guess a letter which is not already guessed and that letter is not in my secret word, that's here. In this case what we have to do is, if that letter is a vowel, we loses two guesses. If that letter is a consonant, then we lose one guess. So for that, I'm creating a new function with a name that basically that function will check whether the ended letter is a consonant or vowel. So I'm planning to call that function is vowel. Is vowel. is vowel. So the input will be letter and output will be a bool. The boolean will be true if that letter is a vowel. The boolean will be false if that is a consonant. Okay, so input is letter is a string. It returns a boolean with the condition true if the letter is a vowel. Well, so what we are doing, we are checking whether that letter is equal to any one of these letters. So I am just returning true if the letter is in this list, and the list is A, E, I, O and U. And I have one more assumption, that is that string is string in lowercase. Okay, so what's the problem here? Now the problem solved. Okay. So my condition is if that letter is not in my word, then first of all I am checking whether the letter is a vowel or not. Before that I am checking whether the guest letter is in lowercase. Let me check where we are converting letter to lowercase. Dot lower. Okay, we are already converting in the input here itself. So this guest letter is, we are passing this guest letter to this method, so we are already getting this input letter as a lowercase letter, so no problem in that. So I'm checking if is vowel, that letter is vowel, then if it is a vowel, then we will lose two guesses. So we lose two guesses. So okay, warning number already get the existing warnings here. Here if it is a vowel, then warning number will be 2 minus 2, else if it's a consonant, then warning number is minus 1. Okay, then we have to do another check, which is if this warning is less than 0 now. That means uh, if we have no warnings left, then what we have to do, we have to stop the game, right? uh, so I'm checking that if after minusing 2 or 1, if warning number is below 0, then first of all I am making that to 0. I'm giving 0 as hard-coded value. Then I have to implement what I have to implement to do here. Sorry, I have to implement game termination. I have already created one to do here. Yeah, I have to implement end the game. By now I notice I made one terrible mistake. That is, we if it is a vowel, if the letter if the letter is not in my word and it is a vowel, then we need to decrease the number of guesses, not warnings. So here it should be changed to guess number. Similarly here, similarly here, and here. Okay, now I think I implemented that also. Let me check. Okay, so I'm running this. Okay, our word is apple. First of all, I'm guessing a correct one, A. Now I'm guessing a wrong one, which is I, which is also a vowel. Then our now we have 6 guesses left. If I guess a wrong letter and it's a vowel, then we should lose 2 guesses. So I am guessing I lose 2 guesses. So my now I have 4 guesses left. Now I am guessing W, which I know that letter is not in my word. In that case, the number of guesses should be decreased to 3. Okay, now it decreased to 3, and it's working fine. I'm guessing O, so now my guess will decrease to 1, I think. Yes, now I guessed U, now it should be 0. And by this the game should be N, but we not yet implemented that. Now we are going to implement that game termination. First one, the game should end when the user construct the full word or runs out of guesses. Okay. 2, if the player runs out of guesses before completing the word, tell them they lost and reveal the word to the user when the game ends. The user runs out of guesses before completing the word, tell them they lost and reveal the word to the user when the game ends. If the user wins, print a congratulatory message and tell the user their score. Fourth one, the total score is the number of guesses remaining once the user has guessed the secret word times the number of unique letters in the secret word. So score will be guesses remaining into number of unique letters in secret word. Okay. Now uh, okay, now what we can do, Mm, okay. Now we have to implement this game termination logic. First of all, uh, okay. I'm thinking. First of all, we can check this case. Game should end when the user construct full word or runs out of guesses. Okay. So I am going to create another function for what should be the name? Check termination. Check termination. I'm not sure about what all input needed. Uh, okay. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. What do we have to do? What do we have to do? Uh, First of all, we need a secret word. Secret word we need. We usually use underscore, so I'm following that. Here also, instead of camel casing, I'm using underscore. Okay. So I have to change that in here also. No problem. Okay, where were we? Get this word, get available, check termination. Yes. So obviously we need secret word, and we need guest word. That is a It's the word user guessed so far. In order to check whether user um, completely guessed the word. So for that we already implemented a function is word guessed, which also inputs secret word and letters guessed. So first we are checking. I'm using this same here. A secret word is a string, the word list. Okay, letters guessed list of this is a list, right? Okay, list of letters which the user have been guessed so far. Assume that all letters are lowercase. Okay, fine. So I am changing guessed word to letters guessed. I'm not sure about what should return. That I will fill later. So first of all, I'm checking uh, if the user guessed correctly. Then if uh, I'm calling this function is word guessed, is word guessed, and I'm giving secret word and letters guessed as input. So it will give it will return true if the secret word and letters guessed are same. So basically user win the game. So this is win the game case. In that case, what should we do? We should give a congratulatory message. That's here. Um, should print that. Then after that, we should print the total score. Which what was the formula? Total score is guesses remaining and number of unique letters in secret word. Number of unique letters in the secret word. Guesses remaining. So we need the number of guesses. So uh, I'm giving that as input. Remaining guesses, remaining guesses remaining as input. It should be an int. Okay. uh, and we have to find number of unique letters in the secret word. Now uh, now in this case, if the user win the game, then the number of this secret word and the letters guessed will be equal, similar. So um, in order to check the number of unique letters in secret word, another way we can tell that, like this number of unique letters in letters guessed also, because both will be same in this case. So we have to check the number of unique letters in a list. So I think there will be some shortcut method for that. So I'm googling it. Number of unique elements in a list, Python. Four ways. Counter words dot keys, list set words, counter words dot value. Two times two. Okay. Apple number, length of set of list. Fine, thank you. So total score equal to guesses remaining, which we get from input, into length of set of letters guessed. Okay, now what we have to print, your score for this game is. Okay, so I print, it will be a formatted string. This, instead of 9, I will print total score. Okay. Okay, so I implemented termination for success case, that's user guessed correct letter. So let me check that first. So where should I call this method, check termination? I am here in this case game ends. Okay, but in this case is like a losing case, because a user run out of guesses, so it's a losing case. So not here, not here also, because in this case also user. So both these to do cases are for losing case. Now what we have to do, we have to call this termination method uh, at last of this while loop. So I am check termination. uh, if check termination, what should be the input? Secret word, comma, latest guest, what here, correct letters list, correct letters list, then guesses remaining, guesses left, guesses left. Okay, so if I'm just, by now I'm just giving a boolean as return, so I'm giving return true. So if it's true, if it's true means the user won the game. In that case, uh, what we have to do, we have to break the loop. So let me check. um, so I'm guessing A, I'm guessing P, I'm guessing L, I'm guessing E. Why it's getting A? No, it's not calling here. Why that happened? uh, Let me check. Let me print secret word here just in order to get whether our input are okay. Let us guest, and guesses remaining. Okay, now I am running again. I'm guessing A apple 6. Okay, P and P. Okay, another P. Okay, now I understood the problem, because if it's a P again, so uh, here this is a list of letters. uh, okay, so what we have to do, we have to, oops, that letter is not in my word. Okay, not here, not here, here. We are passing correct letters list. uh, if P is repeating, then it will not uh, add another P into the list. So what we have to do is, we have to convert this guest letter to a list. So we have to convert a string to list of characters. Like that, there should be some shorthand methods for sure. No, 6 way to convert list to, no, convert string to list, string to list. Mm, okay. Mm, input, no, it's not like this. It's It's join, but I am sure it will be split, so we have to split. um how to split a string to list python. Yeah, welcome print index. Oh, like this. Let me check this. Why it's taking? Oh, okay, it's not splitting. So what should I do? Is there any other method? Split string to list of characters. Okay. Oh, add to loop. Oh, here it is. Simple. List. Okay. Basically, you have to uh, assign string as list. Okay. So here the input is not correct letters list, but list of what is the string? Guest word. Guest word. Guest word. Okay. Oh, sorry. Why? Not here, but here. Okay. Now we can check guessing A. Yes. Now I'm guessing P. Yes. Guessing L. Yes. Now I'm guessing E. Yes. Showing it's terminating the loop and showing the success message. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 unique letters. So 4 into number of guesses left 6. So 24. Okay, fine. So our winning case is working fine. Now we have to implement the losing case. So I'm removing this print statements. Now we have to check whether we lose the game or not. Okay. Check termination def check losing. Wait, what was the condition? If the user run out of guesses. Okay, check close. Check if check closed is enough. For that, what we need should we create another function for this? No. We can just check here. Else if uh, guesses remaining is less than or equal to 0, then sorry, no else if, elif, then we lose the game. So I return false. In that case also we can return true. Anyway, we have to break the loop, right? Okay. So what we have to do? We have to this is success case. What is there any losing case? Yes, losing game output. If we lose, sorry. Oh, this is the message. So I'm printing that. Print. Sorry, you ran out of guesses. The word was our secret word. Okay. Now I have to call this method here. Wait. Let me think. Check termination. In this case we are sure that okay, we can call this check termination. For that we need secret word and this letter guessed we have no access here. So warning check. Where is this function calling? Calling in check. Okay. Okay. Here and here. Okay. Now we have to implement here warning check and here check letter. Where is this function calling? Inside loop. Okay. 0 for correct guess, else it's a wrong guess. Okay. Now what we have to do? It's better to call this termination method inside while, so that we can break our while condition. So what I am going to do is here okay, here I am implementing one more boolean with the name termination status. You can call as termination status, which is a boolean Okay, then we will return. Okay, what we can return, we can return there is our game is already lost, so we can return whatever uh, status because false message I am giving as an empty string, and warning number as warning number. Actually there is no point in it, and guess number, and I'm giving status 1 2 3 4 0 1 2 3 4 as fourth place. I'm giving a status like true because we are going to terminate the game. In this return condition I'm giving false. um, or what we can do, we need to implement uh, end game here also here. So we are if we are passing this boolean here from here. If game end, then it will become true. So what we can do, we can fetch that input uh, here with the new variable game end status equal to warning, sorry, equal to check response 0. So we will get the status here. So we are going to pass the same status here. Here also, but here we are sure that if we reach at this stage, that is guess number become less than 0, then we are definitely sure that we lose the game. So I can hard coded this status as true. So so this function is getting called inside our while loop. Okay, inside while loop. So before doing anything, I'm checking, I'm fetching that status here. If check response, which is at fourth place, that status, if it is true, then immediately we are calling this method check termination uh, method, and we are breaking our loop. I think it will work. So I am repeatedly, oh, there is some error. The error is at here, local variable game and status reference before assignment. Okay, in line 156, 156. Oh, okay, Okay, here I forgot to add our fourth newly created termination status. So basically here I am adding that. No, this is correct actually, true, which is boolean, then message, then warning number, this number. Okay, 0 message warning number, this number. Oh, fine. Why okay, I got the problem, because in this else case, only in this if case we are calling this warning check method, then only we are getting our game and status. So we can use that status here only. Here I'm sure that the newly entered letter is in word, so definitely here we are not going to end our game, so I am giving false here. And similarly here it's true, here also I'm giving false. I hope it's clear, because we are declaring this variable game and status inside this if condition. So if this condition is not true, then it will not create this game and status uh, variable, then we can't use that in inside else case. So here I am sure that the game is not going to end, so I am giving false. Here I am sure that game is going to end, so I am giving true. Here also I am sure game is not going to end, so I am giving false. Now I think it will work fine. I am repeatedly giving wrong answers. Sorry. I already gave one correct answer. Now I will try to give wrong answers. Oh. O is a vowel. Then it should be 0 guess left. A user should have one more chance, right? My logic is wrong. If it is vowel, we are minusing. What happened here? Okay, now user had two guesses. Let's guess a letter. I guess 0. Sorry, O. O is a vowel. So it's a vowel. I entered here. Now guess number is -2. Then I should return this. Okay. Okay. Okay, I check response. If it is true, there is some problem. Let me check that. Oh, then now number of you have 0 guess left. That should be the message instead of ending the game. So the game ends just before. Okay. So I guess I'm inserting one print statement here. before exit. Not sure why that happened. Yeah. Now I am inserting a vowel. Oh, uh, number of guesses. So it's not calling at this point. So it's calling here. Okay, let me check that. First, let me confirm from where it's calling. W R T Y, then O. Yes. Oops. Okay, it's not calling here also. What happened? Okay, it's not calling here. Then from where it's calling? This may take some time because maybe a silly mistake. I'm sure it will be a silly mistake. But anyway, oh, now it become 52 minutes on video. But we are going to complete this task today itself. Here we are checking the, here also we are checking. Okay. Uh, okay. If I can't find, then I will. There is a simple way to check if we run out of our guesses. So I will implement that. If I couldn't find this problem. Number of guesses, number of guesses. Basically, it's not calling here also. Now I am going to implement. What I am going to implement is now check letter in word. It's very simple actually. I made this complicated. Uh, if it is -2 or -1 or less than 0, then I'm going to return that. So no need to add the status. Here in warning check, I am returning warning number as -1 and guest number as -1. Okay, now what we uh, okay, okay, then what we are going to do is uh, we are going to check whether guesses left is less than 0. Then I'll call this check termination method, and I'll break. I will break the loop. I don't know what happened just before, why that error occurred, but I think it will work fine. Sorry, you ran out of guesses. The word was apple. Oh, in previous case also, what just happened? Is it right? No, it's not right. It's not right. Why that? Check termination. Oh, because no need to end the game if our guess remaining is 0. So I should check this method, this function at first, but I didn't do that. That means I already assumed that our problem will be due to one silly mistake. That mistake was this: no need to add equal to sign here, because if our guess remaining is 0, that's okay. User still can win the game by guessing all correct letters afterwards. Oh, Q W R T and 0. Game will not end. Now game will end. No. Oh, T already guessed. Okay. Now I have still 2 warnings left. So G. Now game will end. Okay. Now we can check both this winning case and losing case. The case, this is winning case. Here the guest letter was tagged. So instead of apple, I am setting tagged as our secret word, and I'm going to run our program. So if first user, what we can do, we can minimize this. I'm not sure you can see that, but I can zoom. Now you can see. Okay, clear. So 4 letters long. Yes, you have 3 warning lists. You have 3 warning lists. 6 guess. Okay, first they are guessing A. Okay, then again A. What should be the message? Oops, you have already guessed the message. Okay, fine. Fine. You have 6 guesses left. 2 warnings left. A and A. That letter you have 2 warnings left. Okay, fine. Now, yes, the letter is not in word. We lose 1 guess. We lose 1 guess. Now a special character dollar. Special character dollar. There is not valid 1 warnings left. Valid 1 warnings left. So next T. Good guess. Okay. Now E. You have 3 guesses left. Yes, 3 guesses left. Now again E. You have already 0 warnings. You have already guessed left. You have 0 warnings left. Okay. Now E again. Oops, you have already guessed that letter. You have no warnings left, so you lose your number of guesses. Okay, you have already guessed the letter, so you lose 1 guess. Minor change in the message. Anyway, it's showing the letter. Now C, which is a correct guess. Congratulations, you won. Your total score for this game is one separator is missing, but I can fix now itself. I think instead of printing here, can print the separator here. Okay, now what? Now a losing game. What was the letter? The letter, the word was else, not letter. Word was else. So instead of tact, I'm using else. Here cleared. Running again. Final check. Our first guess is A. In my word, 4 guesses because A is a vowel. Now B, 3 guesses left. Now C, 2 guesses left. Yes. Now 2, not a valid letter. You have 2 warnings left. Yes. D. Oops, no, not letter. Okay. You have 1 guess left. Now E. That word is in that letter. Sorry, that letter is in that word. Now F. 0 guess left. Oh, you have one guess. F. Oops, that letter is not in my word. And oh, their logic, as per their logic, my first condition was correct. But actually, it will not be like that, right? They have six. Oh, now it becomes zero. Let me count. They have one guess left. Okay. So, our first condition was correct. I made a simple problem, a complicated one. Anyway, I'm not going to create a new video. I'm going with this video. Guesses remaining, we can add equal to zero condition also. If the guess becomes zero, because means the user uses all the guesses. It's as simple as that. Now it should work fine, I'm sure, so I'm not checking again. So that's it, I'm stopping the video now. Oh, before that, let me check. Let me actually play the game. Instead of hard coding the word, a secret word, uh, we can choose a secret word from our list of words. Then we can play the game. Now I don't know the game, don't know the letter secret word. Oh, which has 10 letters. So I am guessing E. Oh, which is in the letter. Sorry, which is in the word. Now I am guessing A. Oh, three A's are present in that word. I don't know what the word is. Now I am guessing I. I is not in that word. I'm guessing T. Not in that word. I'm guessing O. No. I'm guessing C. Oh, I ran out of my guesses and the word was aquaplane. Okay. So I created this game, obviously with the help of MIT's some functions. But I lost the game. Anyway, I'm stopping our video.